Barrister Nicodemus Amungwa. Recently, one of the sensationist leaders abroad in the diaspora, Capo sent out a release calling for arms to go down, calling for a ceasefire. What do you think about that?
Well, Babila, if somebody talks about ceasefire, it's a welcome relief. But this person is talking from where? Let me tell you something. I said the state of Cameroon functions in a very funny manner. We have a crisis in Cameroon. We have lawyers in Cameroon that began the crisis and teachers that began the crisis. For God's sake, how did we find ourselves with some people, you call them separatist fighters abroad, who are not feeling the heat? And government drags the attention of the international community abroad to give the impression that somebody is sponsoring the crisis from abroad. Inasmuch as the state of Cameroon calls this an internal affair, I don't think we should be talking about foreign intervention. If Capo talks about a ceasefire, he should specify and from where he is talking. And it is the government of Cameroon that has fed these people. And they become now part of the party that they think that they should discuss with them. If the government of Cameroon could work out a plan to abduct Ayub Tabe and others, I call it abduction. Internationally, the law did not permit them to do that. Because there's no extradition treaty between the two countries. Again, Ayuk and the rest were working in Nigeria. Some, they had asylum status. They were even sentenced with those status. They had refugees and asylum status. But a country that has ratified international instruments does that. What do you expect? So when you are talking about the diaspora, somebody is talking from the diaspora. This is a way of shifting. We are shifting from the origin. If all the lawyers are running to the diaspora and we're talking about the ceasefire today, or teachers are running to the diaspora, because these are those that raise pertinent issues that have to impact positively to the development of Cameroon. If not, if you calculate the number of French-speaking children or origin that do English education today, and what did the teachers stand for? They stood for the fact that English, the Anglo-Saxon education, shouldn't be diluted. What did they stand for? They stood for justice. Because once the judiciary is tampered, because we have two systems operating under a single system, or a single government. We have the common law, and now we have the civil law, well identified, and the ways of doing things are not the same. And when lawyers said, the number of magistrates you send to this region, they cannot dispense justice, which will be seen to have been dispensed. Because you go to the Northwest, you dispense justice in French, you use your civil law approach to maybe to administer justice, and at the end of the day, your judge, even the judgment that comes out, you start appealing and going to places, even some of the words that are used there. To get a solution to this was simple. The lawyer said they should create a law school. They said they created a common law department at the NAM. Under the common law system, they don't know about lawyers what are judges that are trained in a certain school. Lawyers are integrated into the judiciary. You are a practicing lawyer, you practice for a number of years, and you attain that level, you choose to become a magistrate or a judge.
That request for a law school is still on the table.
The request of the law school is still them up there, and the politician would have been enjoying the advantages of holding the two systems together. This was not done. The teacher said no. We cannot fuse the two systems. They said no. they are terrorists. And at the end of the day, where do we find ourselves, Babila? And they shifted to now to the diaspora. We are asking the question, Babila. I sitting in front of you. You know the wars that are fought in the country. You know I was pointed by a lawyer, and I was not even doing a case related to the crisis. Doing a case that had to do with the land matter. But a lawyer, a colleague lawyer, pointed at me. And I had to spend 10 days as said. I had to spend 10 days as said. And do you know what they accused me of? That I was filming the edifices of the groupement de gendarmerie in Yaoundé in order to send it to be bombed. And that I'm a secessionist. Babila, who is a secessionist? Please, I think Cameroonians should come back to their senses. We love this country more than those that we are calling they are in the diaspora, or the politicians that are gallivanting here, telling the head of state different stories. We should get neutral people from the northwest and the southwest region to sit down. Yes.
Right. Well, Barrister Nicodemus, thank you very much for that outing. Thank you for that message. Capo Daniel, if you think say this so Ambazonia struggle na just a walk in the park. That way be there for that your egg of sea and choya, but then they just check say this so Ambazonia struggle na just work as so if you talk anyhow of people then, yes. You know, he say don't go surrender for the Republic, no. He don't go embrace special status. Capo Daniel na ambassador of special status, DDR of diaspora. He do talk about devolution. Now even less than special status we don't take them from the Republic. So at the end of the day, I can discover and say, Capo Daniel can talk say, oh, when I see the way they project for TV station there, when I see the way La Republic go pay, La Republic pay me the show Capo Daniel for TV station there. Talk how we been a former separatist leader, blah blah blah. He call for ceasefire. He call for Capo Daniel no get no influence on ground zero. Capo Daniel no get no influence on ground zero. Thanks to you, thanks to now that they watch me now, where now be continuously share what messages them. Today reach my brother the way they whole stick for ground zero. Say me all them block Capo Daniel number. And me they change their own telephone number then. Thanks to now why that will succeed for this mission, this sensitization. I don't tell una say my work na can talk at the back una all time say when you watch your video then make sure say you share them. Me go as far as possible because you don't know who will watch them and it will help somebody some this way it day. Capo Daniel now so we know they for you for hide. You know, in fact, you know, already lost all options then. But here you can't talk today, oh Anglophone then. Capo Daniel they call it an Anglophone. Wow, me Capo Daniel say the Anglophone now. Now the Anglophone he got to say so. Me all brother for ground zero. Me they stop for Domo. Say La Republic will make them cancel police then. So we don't want because one can be cancel police Capo Daniel. Capo Daniel don't even know the root cause of this problem. Capo Daniel don't even know why we Ambazonia they at war with La Republic. Capo Daniel don't even know say Cameroon be na two. Capo Daniel don't even know. Una see people the way they don't mislead a lot of una. I been telling about how many years ago say Capo Daniel is working for La Republic. And even for people that see for that Capo Daniel former Blue come on where they see the work for La Republic because their action they go talk. Their action they will talk. Maybe some Twitter they work at Jordan and blah blah blah. Their actions say it. It's clean and clear in front of everyone. You can see it. My dear brothers, my dear sisters, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for Barrister Nicodemus for letting people know exactly the level of Capo Daniel. Capo Daniel don't get no influence. That means he don't be talking anything any man here. He work at Tonga they seem like Abobala. Capo Daniel work at Tonga like Abobala. Abobala even better pass because Abobala they ground zero. Abobala is stay for ground zero. He get human rights organization way. He make report them. You get the point. He make charity. He make all the kind of thing. Capo Daniel make waiting. How many people they Capo Daniel don't quarrel? How many people them? If you say being an anti-kidnapping DTC. He been a spokesman for AGOPS, he spokesman for ATF, blah blah blah. Who's are there today? He got a talk special status. Siam, the Ambazonia struggle, they like three way in the grow. Where you see sometimes you get yellow leaf there, the leaf they'll fall off, they dry, the green leaf they still be. Now very few people go free Ambazonia, a dedicated few, and it will come to pass. It will come to pass. For the platform are back to back. When Tiwe person the talker and Tiwe the go Be careful with these things. Until a person talk, until we go on. Look, any person for this struggle, any man will get any group, look till we go on. Ask what I did befitting enough for big called an Ambazonia. I don't want to talk late. I can put that people they some of now they watch me now. When one can crucify me, that they never can call Capo that name. When I say, oh, Fabiano, oh, and this and that, now that today. Thank you, Barrister Nicodemus. I'll see you guys again in my next update. And for them, Ambazonia, they say, no be all man will shout that name, Amber. He stand for this struggle. Especially my Uganda say be nationalist. He will call himself all kind name them. He be leader. He call himself all kind name them. Glorify himself. Be careful people they glorify themselves. Be careful people the way they support some person, irrespective of which way the person do and where he be wrong. Be careful of any person who don't get critical thinking, because people that for this struggle they don't become surrogate. You see, oh, pastor he get picking them. He get woman, he get family. He support some particular person and leader for this struggle. No matter the bad thing the man is going, he only can support her. When all man is saying so say this thing be bad, it is still support her. Surrogacy. Be careful this kind of people then. But at the end of the day, I tell you, I say that yellow leaf then, ready for that tree, the tree na amber, the yellow leaf they will fall off. Time will tell. Amber will be free. My name is Fabiano, your friend, your comrade, and your humble servant. I'll see you again in the next one. Thank you.